constituents as well is that quality makes a difference. That is what we provide to the city of Jeffersontown. We have had the contract at J-Town for the last 3 years. Prior to that, we were 3 years with quality cleaning and another 3 years with quality cleaning with Cecile. We have proposed a fair contract for the city, which continues to include cleaners that meet or exceed CDC guidelines due to COVID. We provide the scheduled services. We provide 4 employees that do explanatory work. Our company does not take holidays off. We have exceeded CDC standards of cleaning since COVID became an issue. We have never missed a night of cleaning. We have come immediately when we found out that someone tested positive and cleaned and sanitized the offices at our expense. We take great pride in our work. We have additional schedule for cleaning such as floors, stripping, polishing, rugs. That schedule is always met every time, no excuses. We provide services that pay attention to detail. We leave your offices smelling nice, not like bleach or some other chemicals. We make your office sparkle. When we finish vacuuming and mopping your floors, it looks like some mom or grandma cleaned your house. We have not yet met with the city and tried to renegotiate our contract. When costs continue to spiral out of control, we have ate these costs and realized this is just part of doing business. In the past 2 years, we have had to raise our employees' salaries so that we could continue to provide you with the excellent service you deserve and expect. Our cleaning materials have increased between 30 and 60%. Not only has gasoline costs gone up, but so has everything else we have to purchase. Additional equipment to keep up with cleaning schedules and guidelines. We have never had one complaint about our services or our employees. We make sure that everything is cleaned and ready to use. I'm asking that before you decide who receives that cleaning contract, that you compare companies, all companies, that you are truly comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. Thank you on behalf of Lorraine Doring Hall, myself, and our company.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Mayor, how much was the difference in price? Just curious.
We'll get into that when we get to
Okay.
Stephanie Brown. You don't look like Stephanie. How about Stephen Brown? You want to go there?
Oh,
Okay.
that's better. Better.
Very quickly, I probably need the mic, but I may not.
It records on the mic.
Okay. So the Bill Young Memorial Foundation, you all know us well. We've been here several times. One of the things that we have done recently was partner with the REACH program at the police department. We're making a donation tonight, making a presentation to them to help them cover costs of hotel expenses when they are removing domestic violence victims from their situations. So the chief asked us to come up and make this presentation tonight in front of you guys. So that's why we're here. We'll do this as quick as possible so you can get on with your rest of your evening.
And if I may, Mayor, they did ask to bring this to the police department. I said it would be wise to bring it here, to actually showcase what's going on in our police department. You know, I commonly brag on our officers, but I've got to brag on our social worker program tonight. They've done great work in victim advocacy, helping people suffering from domestic violence, homelessness, drug addiction. They work hand in glove with what we've been doing with the Angel program. And I just think it's so good to be able to brag on Jeffersontown. The fact that these men and women would come here and present a check to our police department to help those in need needs to be noticed. So I kind of insisted that they bring it here for the presentation, and I'd take a picture with them and just thank them for what they're doing. And again, I want to thank our social workers for the job that they're doing. We all have family members or friends that have needs, and we've all been able to go to them and say, help us, help others. And they've just been awesome. So I wanted to brag on them. I wanted them to come up with me. And now I'll shut up and take a picture. So. mention, I asked Tom Dillard if he could stick around for a minute because, you know, he is also, he's been a social worker for about 40 years now. And I just want to thank him for what he's done for this city. I think, you know, the social workers, Tom, myself, we just want to say thank you for your donation and we'll keep up the good work. Thanks.
You can move those chairs.
Thank you all.
Guys. Bye, Lindsay. Huh? You closed on Campbellsville.
Went to Campbellsville.
He did?
I
Oh,
told
to
her.
school, to school.
Public bank.
Down there. He's gone down there. Okay, not here. Okay.
But she is one of the board members for this foundation.
Tina, on behalf of the council, it's a beautiful thing you guys are doing. It's part of an enduring legacy that Bill left. We're very proud of you and your family.
Thank you.
Reading the minutes, August 2nd, 2022.
Mayor, I would move that the minutes be approved with an addition or correction. I'm sorry, not an addition, but a correction. On page 2, second paragraph from the bottom, under the approval of ordinance number 1430, series 2022, the third sentence in, it says that council members Brian Abrams, Mark Bloom, Tim Hall, and Vince Grisanti voted no, and that's not correct. On the first vote, it should have read council members Brian Abrams, Mark Bloom, Tim Hall, and Carol Pike voted no. Council members Vince Grisanti actually voted in the affirmative with council members Ray Perkins and Ronnie Powell.
No, wait a second. Is it the first vote or the second
first vote.
First vote, I voted no.
First vote,
First vote, you voted with,
yes.
with them. The second vote, you voted to deny.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And so that's the only addition. The second part of that is correct. Or the paragraph below is correct. It's just that one correction, sir. It was probably a little bit confusing when she was listening to the minutes. Is that what the rest of the council heard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all I had, sir. Other than that,
Any other comments, adjustments? With the amendment of the minutes that will be amended and be a part of the next set amendments, we entertain a motion for approval.
so moved.
Second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Road Fund Warrant 1567.
Road fund?
General
Fund.
Fund, sorry.
Okay.
I just seen if you're awake.
I make a motion, general fund warrant number 1567 be approved as distributed.
That's a hard one
Second.
to do.
It's a tough one.
Any discussions, deletions, subtractions, additions, or questions?
I have two questions. There's actually the recognitions. One of them on page 2, the payment to Brandstetter Carroll Incorporated for the police department plans, the design plans. So are those plans, will they be made available to us to see now at some point?
You can see them anytime you want.
I thought these were more of a detailed engineering, everything plan. I mean, not the picture, but I thought maybe these were the more detailed plans.
They are. Oh, you mean the biddable specs have not been put out yet?
Oh, they have not been put. Okay, this is different then. Okay.
Well, that is them, but it's not finished yet.
Oh, I see. I thought they were already completed.
They hope to have it out for bid, I think September 1, I believe.
Okay. And then the next question I had and was on page 15 at the bottom. I see where we've paid for training
15, Bill.
page 15, sir. At the bottom, the last two items, the meeting and seminars for the University of Oklahoma. I've never seen that before. Normally it's Eastern Kentucky University or the University of Louisville. Was this an online seminar or did we actually to have a new program? We have to send somebody all the way out there?
Chief, you know anything about that?
It's not the chief.
Oh, did?
It's Shelby, his training.
Oh, true. Shelby's taking training to be a better certified economic director, and it's online.
I'm sorry, I didn't recognize the last name. That's my fault. And I assumed it was the police department. I have no question. I just thought maybe it was a different thing that you all were doing. The last comment I have is it appears that the occupational tax refunds are declining. Is that correct, Mr. Fox? Looks like we're coming to an end on that one.
They could start up again.
Oh,
because you know
I know they have X.
They have you have 2 years to file. So if some people haven't done it yet, so we'll get some more, but
I thought
they'll start all over again in October when people start filing again.
it was more like a bell curve starting to go down. So
Well, it probably is going down some, but
that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Now, road fund warrant 954.
I make a motion, we approve road fund warrant 954 as distributed.
Second.
Any suggestions, deletions, questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. First reading of Resolution 713, Series 2022, a resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the cleaning contract for Regina and Associates. There was a question of what the different bids were. Phil, do you have the prices of the different ones?
I'll read them off as I opened them. The first one was High Tech Janitorial, $64,000 a month.
A month?
I think they made a mistake,
Yeah.
but we'll just go with that. Always Cleaning was $4,800. Service Master Trifecta was $94.14. Citywide was $6,018.66. And Cleaning by Regina was $3,660. So there's $1,140 difference between our current cleaner and Cleaning by Regina. Cleaning by Regina, $3,660.
So as you all note, you have to go with the lowest best bid. And as Stephanie did say that they are better. So that we bring you, they did have references. So,
Mayor, I think I'm going to recuse myself from this vote as I'm a shareholder in a janitorial company that did not bid for this contract. Although I am sympathetic to a lot of the chemical, the labor costs that are going up, because my job in sales and development is to go talk to the current customers and say, this is the way we can retain employees. Service industry is tough. We're all drawing from the same pool. And I don't think I can cast a vote in this one.
your company is a party to this?
No, we did not bid on this because of my public office here, but I am a shareholder in a company, in a janitorial company.
That bid?
Did not bid.
Oh.
He may, is it safe to say you think you could be influenced by, because
I'm familiar with some of these companies that bid.
Mayor, in this contract, so is there an escape clause? Let's say that the new company doesn't perform. Do we have to keep them for the full year if they don't?
No.
There's performance. All contracts have
are only
performance.
30 days.
Okay.
My biggest thing is that I worry about the people that we have because of the confidential information that they're around all the time. And if they've been here and lived here for 3 years, I mean, in the past, we've had trouble with people. Y'all have any complaints about the people that we've had here?
Carol?
You're in my Carol.
Carol, everyone has to take a background check to go into the police department and do the cleaning. So they will get their background checks for the employees.
Oh, before
If they don't have a background check on file with the police department, they can't clean at the police department or any of our city buildings.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Sometimes the best company, the lowest company is not the best company. We've done this before, but how does this work? Does it have to be the lowest company, or can it be the best and the lowest, or?
It's the lowest, best price.
And what's the difference
Lowest, the
between
best
the
company.
two $1,500,
2,400 a month.
$2,400 a month?
$1,140.
How
It's
much?
just $1,200 a month.
$1,140
I thought you said 3,600.
And 48.
and 48.
Oh, 48. Okay.
Times 12.
Yeah,
Times 12.
Yeah, so it's 13,000 something.
right.
I can do the math. But
The current company's been here 3 years.
Well, she's been here more than that, she said, with,
How long's she
the
been?
The last
predecessor.
3 years.
3 years.
No, she said she'd been here
always,
9 years.
always cleaning has been with us for 3 years.
Is that the name of your company?
It was the predecessor.
9 years.
These were sealed bids, correct, Mayor?
Yes.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
I think we've got to go with the lowest one right for now, but you know, if for some reason they don't, you know, we'd like to be able to call you if something that falls through.
I'm perfectly happy with staying with this one, but I'm perfectly happy with staying with this one if they've done if they do a good job and we don't have any trouble with it, but I gotta be within the legal standards. So whatever the council wants, but if you got somebody, I'll break it if it's working good, but of course, that's $13,000 that we could save.
Well, it's $13,000 of the taxpayers' money.
Right,
We had
right.
to do
And
that.
is it working good? All departments,
They say, I don't know.
you know. The
Are y'all happy with
museum,
them? Bill?
police department, city hall, is everything satisfactory? Because we don't have a clue.
We don't know.
We haven't had any complaints. I mean,
What's your
you
pleasure?
have every once in a while, and they do, when I ask them to clean carpets, they set up a time to do it. We pay them to do that, and some extra cleaning that we asked them to do. So, so they've,
Well, as a contractor, I've been dealing with this for 40 years, and we bid, you have sealed bids with the city or states that you're working for, and sometimes it don't work out because of costs. But so with that being said, Mayor, I'm going to make a motion for the first reading of resolution number 713 series 22 by title only and by accepting the lowest best bid.
Second.
Who's second?
and
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
First reading of resolution number 713, series 2022. Excuse me. A resolution authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Cleaning by Regina and Associates LLC for building cleaning services for City Hall, Police Department, senior citizens, and new Public Works building. That concludes first reading. You may entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, like sign. Motion carries unanimous.
How long is this contract for? 1 year?
it's
Normally.
3 years.
Normally a 1-year contract with a option for 2 1-year extensions.
no, I think it's.
Is that what we had to hear?
It's
Yeah,
a
that's correct.
3-year contract with renewal for 2
Two
additional
additional
years.
years.
in 1 year
Paragraph
increments.
10.
A.
And there is a clause in there, if for some reason they don't perform, we can give them a 60-day notice and we'll move away from them and do something else. I mean, that's in the contract. And they can also give us a 60-day notice if they don't like the way, we're performing too. Or
All right.
All right.
It was done.
As y'all voted. Item number 8, first reading resolution 714 series 2022, resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the MOA agreement for streetscape. It's one of those things that the state sends down that you all know that we're going to do streetscape. You already approved the contract, but they have to have you agree to say that you agreed.
Right.
It's an agreement to say you agreed.
Make a motion for approval of resolution number 714, series 2022 by title only.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion
Where's
carries.
that?
Resolution number 714, Series 2022, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute memorandum of agreement. That concludes first reading. You may entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. First reading of ordinance 1432, series 2022 by title only. Leonard.
Mayor, I recommend that since this is a zoning change, that we convene a McDonald's-style hearing.
So moved.
Second.
We will convene a hearing. Go, Steve.
Okay. As it stated, this is a request for a rezoning from PEC classification to C2 classification, along with a detailed district development plan. This is at 11700 Plantside Drive, which is at the corner of Plantside Drive and Blankenbaker Parkway. As I stated, the zoning change. This is Metro's Planning Commission's PowerPoint, so I don't add anything to the record. The applicant's proposing to construct an auto dealership on 8.83 acres, vacant property currently in the Suburban Workplace Forum District in Blankenbaker Crossings Industrial Park. I think you're all familiar with the location there. The Lexus dealership is to the north. Park Federal Credit Union is to the east there, along with their office building. And then I think it's the All About Kids building as well, is kind of across from this property. Site is currently zoned PEC. You've got the existing C2 to the north and R6, the apartments that are not in the city of Jeffersontown to the west. Here's their proposed site plan. 28,872 square foot building will include 20 service bays, and of course indoor and outdoor display area is proposed. That appears to meet all of the land development code requirements. They are not asking for any waivers of this project. This is the site seen from Blankenbaker Parkway. That's the current entrance location where they've been filling. That's from the intersection. It's seen from Plantside Drive. Here's their proposed renderings of the building. Planning Commission staff found that the zone change is consistent with the comprehensive plan. Proposed land uses are appropriate for the area. And the district development plan is generally in keeping with the Jeffersontown Land Development Code. They recommended approval unanimously of the change in zoning, and they recommended approval unanimously of the detailed district development plan with appropriate binding elements. Any questions?
Steve, I have a couple questions. Page 29, Commissioner Howard had asked if the city of Jeffersontown acknowledged Louisville Metro's parkway buffers.
Yes.
That wasn't answered. And so I just want to know.
The parkway buffers are being provided on this plan. It's a 30-foot buffer requirement along Blankenbaker Parkway is the buffer requirement.
Okay.
And
All it said was that Mr. Madison, who had answered that the applicant was complying with the parkway, but I just want to make sure that the answer from us was, yes, we are.
Yes,
we recognized it. And we
it is a approved parkway, and they have provided the required buffer. That was one of my comments actually when I did a plan review of this, because they originally were encroaching into that. They moved the parking back to meet that 30-foot buffer requirement.
On page 32, the second paragraph, this is, of course, is a concern, always a concern of mine, when we're rezoning or downzoning, or actually it's rezoning. And this may just be a paragraph that's part of, that has to be part of it. It says the proposed zoning could permit a variety of residential development. But that's not what this plan is. And
No,
you have full confidence this is what's going forward with, right?
Yes, this is, because the property is being rezoned to C2, that allows for a residential component.
Right.
Again, they would have to come back to the city of Jeffersontown and justify putting residential in the middle of the Commerce Park, which
Because that's a lesser density.
that's, would
Right.
be a lower intensity use. The highest intensity, best use for C2 is going to be something like an auto dealership.
Right. And you're saying that you're full confidence, and I believe so too. I don't see why they would change that. My last question is on page 22, there's an overview, and actually you showed it here, a side view, but, go back one more, Mr. Fox. That one there. Steve, there's a very large natural watershed at the rear of the property, but I see there's also going to be a detention basin. And now so the detention basin is necessary, even though there's a very large natural watershed, or it has to be there?
Because of the amount of impervious surface being proposed on the site, they have to detain that and then let it down slowly.
They're going to pipe all that to the detention basin, then on over. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, they have their PowerPoint.
Didn't we already land them? It's not the zone.
I'm sorry.
Nick Pregliasco on behalf of the applicant. And I can go through the PowerPoint that we showed at the Planning Commission meeting. I also handing out a printout of that just because I'll try to go through it fairly quickly. I know you know the property and the area as well, but this is for a proposed Neil Huffman. It's an Acura dealership. Change the zoning from PEC to C2. This is a logic map, just shows where the property is located, just south of the Lexus and BMW there. And then the kind of catty corner from the Chick-fil-A that would have just opened as well. And then just right in front of, I guess, the Blankenbaker Crossing apartments that was referenced in Steve's presentation. Here's an aerial image. On this aerial image, the Jeep dealership that was just recently, I think, before you is shown there. That just shows where it is. That's the proposed development plan on top of this image. But again, just shows for context purposes. I'll go through these very quickly because you know the property very well. We generally include these mainly for Planning Commission members who may not be as familiar with it, with the site and the area. One of the questions it was asked at the beginning, we are providing 1.5 to 1 detention. So that's why the detention is shown. And that's also why on this plan, as you can see here, traditionally our clients tend to, I say our clients, but developers tend to try to squeeze as much onto a property as they can. And I say that's why what ends up with having waivers and variances and things of that nature, you can see on the plan here that there really is quite a bit of, green space and the detention. One of the reasons for that is the detention that's right to the left of the bottom parking area. That's one of the reasons for that. And then as far as the parking, the bottom portion would be the display parking. The top portion, which would be along Plantside Drive, would be the proposed customer parking. And this image may show it a little bit better, but this shows the layout. The left portion of the building, as you're looking at it here, would be the service area that has the 20 bays. And then the right portion, or the portion facing the intersection there of Plantside and Blankenbaker, that would be the part that would have the more of the sales display, et cetera, the indoor portion there. We have our proposed renderings of what this would look like. as well. And one of the questions that came up at the very beginning was, the one thing I will commend, I'll always commend Steve about is a lot of small cities don't review plans. They don't review them right when we file them. Steve does review these right when we file those and provides good comments and feedback, such as the parkway buffer, et cetera. This just shows the the investment that will be put in there. This property, it's a $10.5 million investment with the anticipated 100 to 110 full-time employees and 10 to 15 part-time employees that would be working there. We have the additional binding elements. These were worked out with Steve Porter, who's an attorney who represents persons in the area, but and they essentially they also match the what was in the Jeep case because there was some binding elements as the lighting and signage as well, which and these are the same and match those as well. And with that, I can take any questions that you may have as to the proposed development.
Well, you popped my bubble. That was going to be my question. So, Steve, thanks for asking for that. Or Nick, I was trying to figure out what kind of employment that would be there, because that's what we have to look at is this the best use for the land and revenue? So 110 new jobs with that. Trying to figure out what the salary is real quick.
A little over 6 million.
Roughly 60,000.
Okay. So thank you for providing that, because that's always one of our questions.
This property's been up for sale for quite some time, so I think this is a great asset for this
Well, I
piece
mean,
of
it's
property.
fitting in with what's around it too.
But it had to be landfill too.
Right.
And they allowed J-Town to help landfill it.
Oh.
Great.
Well, that was nice.
I make a motion we approve ordinance 1432, series 2022 as distributed.
Second.
Any more discussion?
One comment. The council, by the way, this is a very nice presentation. The council knows my feelings on anytime we zone away from potential office building because of the size of it. However, with this property, I feel that I just know that this is the absolute best use for it. So you have no complaint out of me, Mayor. I think it's a very nice venture.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous.
First reading of ordinance number 1432, series 2022. An ordinance to amend the zoning of a certain parcel of land located within Jeffersontown, Kentucky, from PEC classification to C2 classification and a detailed district development plan. That concludes first reading.
So move.
Second.
No, you gotta
Sorry.
wait. You gotta wait.
We gotta wait. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Carol, Safety Committee.
Accuse yourself.
A couple things. First of all, I think everybody probably has been contacted by a gentleman about the masks that are being mandatory in Jefferson County schools. And he seems to, like my mother said, the wheel that squeaks the loudest gets the oil. So this guy is asking that in our position or the mayor's position, if he could write a letter to the school board asking for the mask to be optional if you want to wear them or not wear them. I don't know what your feelings are on that, but I think every one of us have been contacted. Have you all been contacted?
Couple people.
Right. So anyway, I guess, Mr. Mayor, what's your feeling on that? Do you want to write a letter?
If you all want to write a letter, you're fine, Carol. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I don't have a problem with it. First of all,
I don't have a problem with you writing a letter either.
Okay. Well, then, that's fine. I think that masks should be optional, but that's my opinion. And I don't want to speak for the council, and I don't want to write a letter stating that the council thinks that. So I just want to know what you all feel about that, because I've gotten 3 different people.
I would write a letter. I would sign it. If we come up with one letter with whoever wants their name on it, I would definitely sign it.
Yeah, me too. Charles feeling.
Your best efforts might be to make sure everybody gets to the polls and next time they're electing JCPS board members, because we went through this several years ago with the SRO officers.
Right.
And we saw where that got us.
You're right. Okay. Okay. Well, then I will write a letter and I will, if it's okay with you all, I will contact it and put it on our,
Is there any council member that
Gonna
doesn't want
sign
to
it
be
from the
listed?
mayor there.
Does any council member not want to be listed on Carol's letter? Okay,
Oh.
you can list them all.
okay. Okay. That's first thing. Second thing, I talked to Chief about this earlier, speeding, everywhere I go, people have complaints, of course, but I think there must be a speeding issue between Blankenbaker and I'm not for sure what road that is. Where Chick-fil-A is, Plant Side goes all the way to what road?
Real road.
Real Road? Okay. I had complaints about that and the chief was going to take care of that today and put someone on that. The next thing that I've had is that people, this is not the first time this has come up, but Chris Lay and the guy who owns the electric company, what is his name? Corrigan, has been calling, and people are speeding back Gutenberg. They want a stop sign there at Rivanna and Gutenberg. I went over there and I was watching, a little girl was almost hit over there the other night. Well, anyway, it's a dead end and people are speeding and going to the back thinking that they're going to come out probably out on Billtown Road, which they can't get there. So anyway, my question is, I don't know if y'all been over there. Do you have anybody have an objection about a stop sign being put at Rivanna and Gutenberg?
Is there no outlet sign?
It's no outlet, but nobody's paying attention. I was thinking maybe if we
Oh,
could
is there a sign?
Yes. It says no outlet, but it's not keeping people from speeding. So Mr. Corrigan called me and I went over there and looked at it and you know, and then Chris has all called numerous times, so we've just never acknowledged or done anything about it. So do y'all have a problem with it if I call up Jimmy and tell him to put a stop sign in there?
There's a stop sign coming down Nirvana to Gutenberg, but then there would be two you're adding. The straight part, is that what you're saying?
The straight part.
Because coming out of that, the new neighborhood back there, boom, stop sign, and coming in.
He said he don't care if we put one at every driveway because they're that bad.
Well,
Carol, I think normally when we do stop signs, don't we get the folks that are right around that area and ask them to sign saying that they want that?
yeah, the process is for you, since you chair the safety committee, is to meet with safety committee, which of course, get the police department's input on it as well, find out the best place, number one, to have it, and then, or should we have it, then where to put it.
Chief, did you look at that? We talked about that. Did you look over there? I think you went over there, didn't you?
Right.
No.
Okay, so if I tell Mr. Corrigan to get some signatures surrounding that area, are y'all good with that? And then we can put a stop sign up there?
We need to speak with the HOA too. Their stop signs are a little different in Monticello.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the past, we provided the red stop sign. They provided the
border.
The border. I think it's more of a PVC white type pole.
They may have a different
Now,
pole plan.
they have a different HOA. The HOA for these houses that are built at the end is a different HOA than the other Monticello, which I did not know that.
Where you want to put that stop sign is in Monticello.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one is in Monticello.
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Corrigan's is not, it's in Monticello, but not Monticello proper as we know Monticello.
Yeah. But it's wherever the sign's going to go would be the decoration.
Okay.
And they're sure that the person that is, the cars that are speeding, they don't live back there. They're just.
No, some of them live back there, is what he
I
said.
You just got a long straight shot.
It's right next to your lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a long straight shot and that's what they're
They just
doing.
got a long straight shot.
Yeah.
Carol, I might offer that until you guys get a definite on that, perhaps we could put one of these speeding, flashing indicators up there in the meantime, just to help alleviate that. Do you think that would work, Chief?
Are we moving that around a lot?
That's something that can be done immediately.
Okay. Would you would call me and we'll work that out on that, and then I'll see if I can get some signatures.
Yeah. I was gonna say he said he was been there, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What kind of signatures? How far from the stop sign typically? I'm just curious for
I don't
future
think
reference,
I don't
like-
think you're going to have any gripes from anybody over there, because I'm getting enough gripes about people speeding through there.
I was gonna say, to be honest with you, I walk that area every night. You've got 8 new houses that were built on
Back there.
Gutenberg in Monticello. Then you have over here the new neighborhood.
Right.
You probably only have to do like 5 houses here and probably these 2 or 3, because
Yeah, it
they're
won't
the
be
ones
many.
that have been there the entire time. The new people, they might be complaining, but they're not going to be affected by the stop sign.
Right. Right.
So I'd say 6, 8 houses at tops, and you've got 2 of them calling you.
Right. You're right. 2 of them. So you're right.
So they
There's
can
probably only
knock on
6
doors
left.
for you.
Right. Okay. Sure. Right, and they're in there. You're right. They do a great job. Okay, that's all I have, and I'll call Mr. Corrigan.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it.
Ray.
I was going to bring something up similar, Chief. I'm sure is aware. In front of my house in the last 3 weeks, had 2 pretty bad wrecks. One, a car was clipped and an actual mail truck was flipped, and it was on a Saturday morning at like 9 o'clock in the morning. The other one, don't quote me on this, I think it was about 10 o'clock on a Thursday, and a person blacked out at the wheel, crossed 3 lanes of traffic, hit the concrete wall in front of my house. Luckily, she wasn't T-boned. And in that situation, I think that was a little different. But I'm not one to complain, but there is a lot of speeding in front of my house. So you're coming down the hill from this way, and you're coming down the hill from this way. I was going to suggest what Carol said for the other, or you suggested for the other area, is to put one of those flashing lights to remind people to slow down. It's almost like they want to speed up.
You'll like that late at night, won't you?
What's all the time?
I mean, the flashing light and you're.
Our house is so far back, you do it, but we can't even see the lights on the police cars and fire trucks because of the trees blocking it. But I can hear I don't want people getting hurt, and they aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chief. Just a couple other little things. We spoke last meeting, and I think Skylar was going to look into it. The Black Diamond or some other kind of pest control company for the city to hire for the rat problem.
I have looked into that. I haven't gotten anything quite finalized on that. And I had a call into an expert that I know in the area that was going to give me some advice on exactly what we can and what we can't do, whether it's better for the resident to buy the material as opposed to the city, depending upon who can buy what level. And I haven't gotten it finished. I apologize.
and I don't mean to be pushy. I hate, because it's been actually not just there, but some other parts of the town we've had rat problems before, and I hate it. I hate it. And I know Metro says, they use a lesser chemical, which I don't think is effective. And I'm not sold on, I'm just saying Black Diamond because I've used them. I know they work. I'm not opposed to another company as long as we get the results. That's what I'm sorry.
Right. I where I've been looking into it is if the residents hired the pest control company, can they use a more aggressive tactic, if you will, than we could as a government? And that's the question I'm trying trying to,
There's restrictions on us what we can use.
correct.
There's legal exposure. So I think that's what you're concerned about as well, legal exposure.
Some legal exposure, but yeah, that's kind of secondary to it. I know these people have a problem, and what's the most effective means to try to help them? So that's where I've been working.
And finally, Mayor, I know you've been working on it for several years. We spoke about it earlier this year. What's the progress on the Patty Lane project?
Public Works will probably be starting it soon.
Soon. Okay. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Brian.
Mayor, Finance has no official report other than to, let's talk Jeffersontown youth baseball. And congratulate those young men.
Yes.
Wonderful. You know, we have so many wonderful young people in the city, and we saw more here tonight. But anytime some are blessed with the ability to have all the stars align and things fall in place and come out with a real nice win of some type, whether it's on a ball field or in a classroom or in life, then of course we're all very proud and our chests come out just a little bit more. So glad you were there, Mayor, to represent us, and we need to get you some pictures to take with you, some virtual pictures, so you can hold them up next time. See, the whole council's here with you.
Like the giant heads.
Yeah,
Ryan's
yeah.
on
You
the giant heads. I was going to say, I think our heads are big enough.
To put them on the sticks. Yeah. Like, Mayor, that's all I have. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Tim.
Planning and zoning has nothing to report.
Thank you. Ron.
I should be going first all the time. It seems like everybody always takes the wind out of my sails. I have nothing to report, Mayor.
Vince.
Nothing to report. But I do have a question. Would it be advantageous to invite those young kids up here to receive a little award or receive a plaque? I mean, y'all were discussing proclamation or something. If somebody's really interested in that, could reach out and facilitate that. That's all.
It's up to you. I mean, y'all be the one to present.
Yes, I'll answer that.
I went to the game and congratulated them.
Well,
so.
yeah, I
Yes.
think Vince's idea with the proclamation would be wonderful.
Yes, I agree with you, Vince.
I'd like to get a picture of all of us.
Right.
If we can get them up here.
I think it'd be great.
I point Mark to do that then.
No, the mayor's office does proclamations. But no, I do think we should, celebrate them. World championships, pretty crazy. Like that's an amazing achievement.
I thought they were talking about Gaslight Parade Marshal.
They are the Grand Marshal.
Fantastic.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
I declared that internationally that night.
All right.
How many continents?
I have no idea.
All
how
except
far they're-
Antarctica.
I don't know. They asked for an interview and they said, "You doing anything special for their win?" I said, "We're going to make them the Grand Marshal."
That was on TV.
That's great.
Fantastic.
Did you have
Anything else, Vince? All right. Mark.
Nothing from economic development, but would the city be opposed to a proclamation making that day?
Absolutely not. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what we just.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if we needed to vote for it or it was a collective yes.
Second.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tim.
Carol was the one that said you had to share it with the dirt people.
Huh?
Above the dirt.
Oh, the dirt people. I did the above the dirt proclamation that day. So it'd be two proclamations, I guess, that same day. So that's okay.
Yeah, one's for Above the Dirt Day and one's for World Champion Day.
One for playing in the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One being
hit
above the dirt and the other playing in dirt. So, but yeah, no, just congratulations to them and nothing else to report.
Thank you. Councilman Powell. Where?
Parks and Rec has no report.
Thank you. The Health Committee, we kind of forgot to put it out 24 hours in advance, so we had to kind of cancel it. So is the next meeting at 3:00? If y'all would check, it's the Tuesday after Labor Day. See how good you are.
We're doing committee of the whole or something. Is everybody invited to this?
No,
Insurance.
it's a Health Committee, which is the Finance Committee with employees from different departments.
Okay. There's no reason you can't
show up.
Okay.
You can be there if you want to, but finance is Brian, Mark, Ray, and Pam.
Mayor, would it help to have it sooner than that meeting? I mean, is that 3 weeks away? 3 Tuesdays away? I'm just.
We could do it another day.
What's your schedule like, Mayor?
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not like it's a.
We just wanted to get this out of the way with everything else coming up toward
Cool.
the end of the year.
Okay.
And the mayor decided to do it early and probably would have been able to do it today. No, but that's a whole different story. We'll never talk about
Hey,
it.
you freed up my afternoon, so it was great.
I probably won't be here the 6th. I'm so sorry.
Well, I can be there.
Yeah, if we don't have to do it early, then we can do the 6th. That's fine too.
No, you just need a quorum. I mean, you got 3 of you.
Form, so Pam, can you make it on the 6th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do the 6th.
What time?
3 o'clock, right?
3 o'clock. Yeah.
I'll make sure I get the notice out on time this time.
All right.
All right. That being said,
Mayor, if there's no other business, I make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, guys.